Always on. All right, welcome to No Crying in the Coolroom.
Hello.
We are out on location today at FALLOW with Chef Stuart Laws, who's in the house. Hi, Stewie.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Very good. Lachie, you're here.
Hello. Soon to be open, FALLOW.
Soon to be open next Friday.
If you hear any that in the background, it's literally being put together as we speak.
Yeah.
There's legitimately a man on tools right next to all of the cameras.
Love a good tradie on his knees.
Stewie, it's looking almost there. Almost done. What do you reckon? How far off?
Mate, I reckon we're pretty close. By the end of this week, we should have all the small bits done. And then it'll just be, all the frou-frou.
Yes.
Hang some pictures on a wall, put a teapot over here.
It's literally like, there's literally a tradesman upside down sitting in front of us.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
But he's got his AirPods in. I like that he's got his AirPods in.
Yeah, listening to one of our old episodes.
Yeah. No one ever listens. No other podcast matters.
Yeah.
Why
don't you take us through the concept and everything, man? It looks amazing, to be honest, and there's a giant meat shelf downstairs.
And also, where are you?
All right, so FALLOW Liquor and Eatery. All right, not to be confused with FALLOW in London. All right. FALLOW Liquor and Eatery, 314 William Street in Northbridge. So we're kind of like in the middle. You've got the entertainment precinct down towards the city. Mm-hmm. You've got Wine Bar Central at the top of the hill, and we're in the middle. So what we're hoping to do is to bring the two areas together. So like somewhere where you can go that isn't a cheap and cheerful noodle place. So the traffic can flow freely. We want to call ourselves a pub, but a proper pub done right. It's not just about cheap booze and catching up, but it's about getting the full hospitality experience. So we're going to bake bread fresh every morning out of the wood oven,
right?
Because we have a massive wood oven and wood-fired grill that we need to utilise.
Right.
So we're going to bake bread and pastries every morning out of the wood oven. We'll serve coffee and cakes and fresh baked focaccias and sandwiches during the day. Mm-hmm. And then rolling around 2:00, we'll open ourselves up as a bar.
Perfect.
We've got a really large cool bar downstairs. The beer font is made out of a 120-year-old piano. Okay. So we've ripped the guts out of it. It's mental. We've ripped the guts out of it. We've put a beer font in there. It's all lit up. It's all brass. It looks pretty cool. One of the owners bought a salvage yard. He's got another thing that he's working on. So he had all this stuff left over from this salvage yard. So we've made a wall of doors.
Right. I see a door over there.
Yeah, there's doors everywhere in here. It's a little bit like Monsters Inc. You want to open it up and end up in another dimension somewhere. But it's all about coming in. So fallow means to leave the earth bare to rejuvenate. To create new birth, new life. So we want this to be a place where you come and you relax and you recharge and you eat some good food and you drink some good booze, and then you can, start the rest of your day or start the next day doing well. We've got a massive dry aging cabinet. I think Lachie quite like that one.
Yeah, I went down there straight away.
So that'll hold
huge,
about
dude.
That'll hold about $15,000 worth of meat. Mm-hmm. All right, so it's a big boy.
Who's on the grill section? Because I feel like it's going to be a busy job.
We hope it's a busy job. Yeah, it's a very important job. No one will be overcooking many of those. So we've got our head chef is MD. He's ex-Rockpool. He also used to work for Dark Horse Group, so he's just left Subi Continental. Mm-hmm. He's a really, really great guy. Upstairs, we've got a really cool lounge bar, which is, chandeliers, carpet, it's a place to sit back and have a cocktail and, talk about the week.
And that's where we are now, right? Yeah.
That's exactly where we are.
My son is utilising the balcony as we speak.
He is. We've got a balcony.
Dude, he looks like a businessman.
He does. He's on the phone. He's like, I'll make 300 units.
But he's got the back arm of a businessman.
Yeah. And he's got the same haircut as his tradies as well.
He's ready to take on the world. And then we've got this amazing little beer garden out the back, which will have some amazing cooking going on there as well. We've got a special area that we're going to do for functions, where you can get a whole lamb done asado style, which will be very, very cool. Very, very cool.
Dude, it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it should be good. Should
And
be
a
good.
big effort. And considering that you've opened a few places in your life, to do it again, you're insane.
Look, I think this is passion though.
Is this the last one?
No, I don't think it is.
Oh.
I don't think it is. You know, I already had a look at another place last week. My wife is going to shoot me.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've always had this idea of having like a little Asian restaurant, right? You know, because I love the Asian restaurant mindset. It's like, here's a shit chair and a shit table and some fluoro lights.
Yeah.
You're going to get what you're given, and there's going to be some crusty old lady at the front who's going to take your money.
Yeah, and she's not going to be like,
how was your meal?
Pleasant
No, she's
like
not.
Yeah. I'm so into that stuff too. It's like, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
And I think that'd be cool, but imagine if the food was actually next level.
Yes.
You know?
sometimes the
you got to
food is
match
next
it, right?
level.
Yeah.
You got to match that abrasiveness at the start. Yeah, for sure.
But don't you love the experience and the frills and stuff? Like everything that you've opened has looked amazing. So you think you can do a plastic chair and a plastic table?
I think that's where the product comes into it. You know, like, you know, we talk so much, we invest so much money into venues. I mean, the amount of money, like at the Claremont Hotel, you know, that was, it's just Gibney and Cottesloe. I mean, millions of dollars.
Yeah.
All right.
That's just property development though at that
But
point.
all people are going there for is a glass of booze and a decent fee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they talk about.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to go, oh my God, that chandelier was fantastic.
Did you see how many doors that place had?
Yeah.
Hey, that'll be talked about. That'll be talked about.
He must have a yard, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But also, if you don't get that at those places, you're never going to go back, right? You're just going to go to the next one.
Well,
There's
that's
so
right.
many around that area too, at that price as well.
That's
So,
right.
like, if you're not gonna
We
get
are
it-
very drawn to what's new.
Yeah.
And I think what we've done here is it feels like it's already been here for a while.
It does, yeah.
You know, like it's, you know, because we've repurposed so much old stuff,
Yeah.
it looks like it's already been here for 10 years. So, you know, it's
What was it before this?
oh, it's been many things. It was a butcher's at one point, so that's why we've got the dry aging and the charcuterie section. It was a grocery store at one point, so we've got a whole heap of hot sauces and pickles and everything else that we'll sell.
Yeah.
Just to pay homage to that. Look, as every old building, at some point in time, it's been it's probably
A
been
brothel?
a brothel.
Yeah, because I was going to ask,
And that's
upstairs
what
is
the
definitely...
carpet-
and
would be a
that's what
brothel.
we've done. So upstairs is the parlour. Do you know what I mean? It's
you're saying-
chandeliers, lamps,
Yeah.
moody.
And if you want to bring a date here, let's be honest, it's a good place to bring a date.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
those. I like the couches in the middle there.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
Get cozy.
Yeah.
We've got that wall over there is going to have, I think it's about 26 different photo frames on it, all gilded. But we've managed to find turn of the century Parisian ladies of the night, like photos.
Oh, really?
So that whole wall is just going to be.
What you should do
Very
is get
cool.
like modern day pictures of the people
I know
that
it. Yeah.
walk these streets.
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
Northbridge.
but make them
Yeah.
that style.
Make them that style, dress
Dude,
them up, you
imagine
reckon?
like all the ashtrays with the fucking bum bags over their shoulder.
Yeah.
In that style, like because they don't smile either in that
No,
style.
well, they
just-
can't. They got any teeth, you know? Like,
Yes,
Oh shit!
both of them.
Yeah, they've all got less teeth now with all the meth. Yeah. Speaking of meth, I saw Ben. This is completely off
I
topic.
was going to say,
saw
where
the-
is this
I
going?
saw Ben Cousins in the city.
Cool.
And he was just sitting. We were about to go into Northbridge Brewing Co. and it was just before it opened, literally minutes before it opened. I was pulling up. I was like, "There's Ben Cousins just sitting in the middle of Northbridge, like Ben Cousins, right?" You're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah," as he does. And then, but he looks like he does now. Super fit, good on him, you know.
Like
And
me then.
Yeah, exactly. Like all of us, right? We've
absolutely.
all aged very well, yeah. And then he ran across the street to Northbridge, to Time Zone.
But he would have ran really well.
Yeah, but I was going that way first, so I'd already got there. And he just ran across. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
He's
and I was like,
chasing you
"Hey,
down.
Benny, you look good, man." And he goes, well, not. I wasn't trying to be sarcastic or anything. I was like, "Hey, man, you're like, you actually look all
look
right."
great.
Yeah, fuck, you're older than me. You know?
What are you doing later?
Yeah, and I said, "Time Zone, fuck yeah." And he goes, "It's a better hire than meth." Well, it's a cheaper hire than meth.
Is that what he said?
And I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Nice.
I was like,
cousin,
say
hey, you
that,
want to
yeah.
come on the pod, talk about it, buddy? Let's do it.
But then, there was all the 92.9 cars sort of pulled up, and it was an event and stuff. But at that stage, I thought he was just like hanging out for time, so waiting till it opened, and I was like,
itching up.
yeah,
Need
just
my
itching,
fix.
yeah, yeah.
What a guy for like taking on the humour of the whole situation.
Just leaning into it, but you'd have to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because
well,
I
you
mean,
wouldn't-
we do this. All we do on this podcast is lean into stuff like that. Yeah. So I rated it. Yeah.
Yeah, which we can talk about. I guess we all know each other though, right? Like you guys know each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
A long time now, 20 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we are
Yeah,
old.
well, every year is one more year. Yeah.
Who's been whose boss more?
Oh no, we were like young.
It was so it was
Just
like
line
we
cooks.
would just pass each other through that.
Yeah.
The first time I met you was, and I didn't even remember until we had Master Pirate Pete manifest on, and then I remembered you came in to cover at 44 King Street when he didn't show up one day.
Yeah,
you just
that sounds like something that I would have done for Pete. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, but that was just like life at
Yeah.
that stage. It
Yeah.
was just like, all right, you know. And that's when I met you. And then you went to the convention center, and you were, do you want to do jobs for like functions or something like
Yeah.
that? And I was like, yeah, on your off days,
Yeah.
like, whatever I had. And I was like, cool.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get to the first one because Pete didn't show up as well. so he was like, fuck. I remember calling you from the work phone at 44 and just going, I can't. I have to cover Pete's shift. And then that was it. So that was all like, but I only remember that when I was like, well, I know Stewie from the first moment. That was it.
Yeah.
But there's
look,
been
I mean,
a few moments after that. I mean, you even came and helped at when Pete was away in Contro even. You
I
came
did.
and
Look, I
a
mean, I've
shift,
been a
helped few
hospitality
shifts and
whore.
stuff.
You know, I think
Oh, of course.
we all have. You know, we've all played the field. you
Yeah.
know.
It's like half a degree of separation in Perth
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, all you guys know each other.
yeah.
That's been the interesting thing about it. It's like because they kept talking about this Stewie guy, and I was like, for ages, like, yeah, and it said Lawsy or something. I was like, what? Are you talking about Stuart
It's the
Lawsy?
same person. Yeah. Tim's mind gets blown a lot. because
Tim's trying to
not
erase
being-
me from his memory. You know, like
Absolutely not. No. That's why I'm very excited. I sent you a message ages ago on Facebook, but we're not friends, so I don't think you ever got it.
I did.
But yeah, that was the other thing. But yeah, I'll like Lachie will get him, and
Yeah,
then
Lachie will
We'll get him in the work.
we can get
I
into
mean,
it.
to be fair, I've had a busy 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I see something like that,
That
come
is-
through. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea, but yeah, not now.
I'm
Yeah.
not offended at all.
No,
Yeah.
but that
Yeah.
is the thing that we do actually appreciate is that we've had like guests booked all the time, and it's like, oh, this person didn't come in, or surprise function,
Yeah.
or you know all the rest. It's like fine, but at least we're still two of us. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
It's fun to see how much we can't get guests who just want to come on as well.
Yeah.
Some
Something
People
always
want to
pops
come
up.
on.
Yeah,
I'm getting paid.
you are. So that we'll have to edit that one out.
So
eh?
what usually happens is they give
give
us
it-
free stuff, to be
Yeah.
honest, man.
Yeah.
And we're looking around and we're like, oh, fuck,
Well,
there's
look,
nothing.
We've already borrowed an extension cord from I don't know who.
The beers are pouring, so we'll get into that for sure.
Oh, nice.
Hello.
That's very good. Have you
Speaking
got-
of which, I got this off the street. I'm not even like this is like the weakest like brag ever. But someone took a selfie with me and gave me this drink, and now I'm drinking it like I'm about to get poisoned.
Hard ginger beer.
Hard ginger beer, yeah. So
Yeah, right. Someone just gave that to you.
yeah, they wanted a selfie. They said, "I know you. Where do I know you from?" And I said, "Yeah." And I obviously said like
How does that feel?
jerkmates.com. It's the weirdest shit ever. But also like I've made it for myself, so it's not like it's my fault. It's
Well,
not
of
like-
course. I don't think it's your fault. I think it was just
No,
natural
I mean like
progression.
I'm not like I don't like it.
Yeah, that'd
it's
be
just
weird.
like, but it is very like confronting when someone beelines for you because you're like you can see it and you're like what the fuck, and then you go oh it's cool. So it's like your first impression is like what the fuck is about to happen here, because like also we're in Northbridge at 11 a.m. Like who else there's a bunch of people still scorched from the night before.
Yeah.
So when they make a beeline for you, you kind of like move out the way. Yeah. And when they follow you, you're like, oh fuck, what the fuck? They want a selfie. It's okay.
But you know, it's
okay.
weird.
But it's a roller coaster. Yeah.
It's a weird thing though, because you know, at the end of the day, everyone's just a person, right? You know, and. Even me, I've known you for a long time. I'm like, yeah, I know Perth dude food. You know, like I know that guy.
I've been Lachie for fucking 25 years.
I was in the shops in the Coles with my wife, and my wife was like, "What the hell is going on?" There was a guy about 10 meters away, pulling on his wife's dress, going, "That's the guy. That's the guy from our state on a plane." I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I'm just at Coles, you know, like, but it was weird that he felt that was amazing. You know,
it's good.
I get more of that than I get like approached. Like you should just approach people. You say hello, a high five, and just move on, because that's an easier way to do it. Because everyone's cool.
A high five would be awesome.
You're cool. I'm cool. You were just humans,
I'd never
right?
wash my hand again.
yeah. When you frame your hand. But it's funny when you know someone's seen you and they've clocked you and they won't.
Or you don't know where they know you from.
Figure it out. That's the
keep
tugging
looking.
bit. Like, is that the guy? Is that the guy? It's the guy, man. Yeah.
Does it impress you though? But the food stuff online. Are you watching a lot of it, like Dude Food and other guys?
Oh
around the city?
Absolutely. You know, I think it's really important, and I think as business owners, you don't always understand, you know, like, because there's so much false and fake out there, right?
So much.
But you know, and I think that's where Lachie really gets it right. Is real, you know. I have never subscribed to the whole influencer thing. You know, I always thought, oh yeah, whatever, okay, until this man came into Brown Street Grill.
And the whole place stopped.
The whole place didn't stop. We just couldn't fit anybody else in. I mean, it brings in people that you're not marketing to. You know, so, you know, Lachie says Perth's best steak. All right, it's a good steak, absolutely. But then you get all these people coming in going, well, that's not Perth's best steak. My local pub does a better steak than that. You know, so there's that element to it as well. But the amount of people that actually came in because of what he did, and that was unpaid. He just came in. You know, like it's just mental.
It's very cool. I like that as an addition to hospitality now. Yeah,
no, it is good. It is good.
And like. I've talked about this a lot, but that is purely started because I hated like the rest of the bloggers and the terrible food writers and the, you know what I mean? There are good ones. I'm not. Of course. I've obviously shut on all of them by now, but you know, there are ones I like, and they will do the kind of the same, and you get that same effect to a point, probably more gradually. Not like you'll see my stuff; it'll just be a spike. Like maybe you'll get like, you know, a few hundred people the next day or the next 3 days or whatever. Yeah. But mate, the good food writers and the guides, they'll carry you through. Yeah. So I think people are looking at that just generally a little bit better. Maybe an older
I can tell you
audience
now,
as well.
it was 2,500.
Shit. All right. All right. Yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Cool. It was a lot. But I mean, it was good as well. So,
I actually get off on that. Yeah. Like I actually like just going, fuck, what I did was cool. But because I've been there and gone, I fucking hate this shit, and you have to do this, and it gets you nowhere. Yeah. Like why would I want? I don't want these people here, and I don't want to serve these people. They don't know what they're fucking talking about. Yeah. And you've been there, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll cook a medium rare perfectly, and they go, huh. You know, that's what I think of. That's exactly what I think. I don't even need words for it. But I like, and that's what I hope to get. Not everyone's like that. Not every experience is going to be like that as well. Like people don't gravitate everything I fucking post. But it's always good to hear. I always ask, how the fuck, where's the money in the till going? Yeah. That's always, I don't give a fuck what you look. I don't give a fuck if it goes viral or whatever. Yeah. Where's the money in the till for you? Where's the money in the till for you? Yeah. Like, yeah. No,
it's great. Well, you're going to get your invite here, I reckon. Yes, off those kind of numbers.
Well, like Chase invited me last week, and he's like, I want to invite you now. Because like I don't turn up to that shit, but like
yeah, I'm getting invited. I sarcastically put in my terms.
I know.
And that's him. I'm going to jump in here. You are now a comedian. That's blown me away.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
Absolutely, it's weird.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Your progression. I mean, from when I first met you.
Yeah, I was probably in the dumps when you first met me.
You're in a dark place,
Yeah.
but it was a fun dark place, you know. Like,
Yeah,
and then you know we worked together for 6 months.
we did at the
Don Tupper.
afterwards. But you gave me my first job.
I did too. Yes, at Comestibles.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
And that was an interesting time because I had just moved over,
You
so
had.
I was at the end of my career, not in a great place.
Yeah.
I think I came in and did a reasonable job.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, what did you think of it? What happened for you?
Look, I mean, it was good enough for me to want you to come and work at Don Tapper as well,
Yeah.
wasn't it? You know.
Like, I think I was always a reasonably nice person, but I did a few things at Comestibles that were reproachable.
I think we've all done things that are
It's so
reproachable.
funny, like, thinking about the end of your, like
Yeah.
string with chefing.
Yes.
Because I'm the same. I'm like, they seem to like what I was doing, but in my head, I'm like, I'm doing everything wrong. I couldn't give a fuck. It's like, yeah.
you just,
But it's
at
like
the end-
muscle memory, right? You're just better than the other guys.
Yeah,
Maybe.
just
Yeah.
from the training. But
Yeah.
like, you kind of like, I don't even think you know it sometimes, where you don't know where you want to go or what you want to do,
Yeah.
and you're still doing this thing, but
Yeah.
you're kind of done with it.
Yeah.
But you know, there are key indicators as well. So like, you know, a good kitchen, you know, everyone will talk about food, right? Because
Yeah.
that's what they love.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When Tim was at Don Tupper, we talked about compost. All right. You know, compost was definitely his passion. He had this idea that he was going to revolutionise how we compost things in this state.
Yeah, I found a massive sustainable. I still have a large passion for farming. It just doesn't pay anything,
It doesn't
Yeah.
pay anything.
unfortunately, and that's
In
why.
fact, you said once, if farmers worked as hard as chefs did, then it'd be an interesting place. And I've actually said that a few times afterwards.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that. Or even if like cool people got into farming, because when I got into
Yeah.
sustainability, like they're all nice people, but they waffle so much
Yeah.
in what they do.
Yeah, but you have to be like nuts to be a farmer.
Oh, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Like I've never met. They're the most interesting people on the planet, but they're nuts.
Yeah.
So when you talk to them, you're like, oh fuck. If you were talking to them like, I want to sell this personal product, you're like, I can't. Like, but you have to do it for them.
Yeah.
That's what I've always felt about the farmers, or like I can't remember the guy who used to do all the heritage stuff here in Perth.
Yeah.
And he was crazy, but I loved his shit, and he was so passionate about it. And he would just throw you like this random fucking zucchini you've never seen before, and it was great.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was like,
But they know nothing about marketing.
yeah, but they
They know
don't.
nothing about sales.
Yeah, but if you talk to
That's
them about
Rick.
it.
Good old Rick.
Yeah. I know. So
He used to drive from Manjimup every weekend to do the
Crazy,
farmers
bro.
market. It's a
Yeah.
4-hour drive.
There were those. Didn't
they're
you
so,
have
they're
those,
so passionate about that's it, and
Yeah.
that's all it is.
Yeah.
I just don't think there's anything left after that as
What
well.
was
Maybe.
the green chilies at Don Tapper?
The,
They were heirloom something, weren't they?
The Padrons.
Yes.
The guy that came in with the big beard.
Yes, the Padrons.
Yes.
Do you know, at Don Tapper is when I realised that eating good cheese doesn't give you a hangover.
You got a hangover from cheese?
No, like, because, we used to have
Yes,
a few
I thought-
beers and stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
Every
you'd
day.
get some of the cheese out.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have a hangover the next day
Really?
because it was good cheese. It was like legit, like French cheese and stuff.
Yeah.
Supplied by, delivered
Was
by
that you?
Lachie.
Yeah.
Dude, did you deliver cheese to Don Tapper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah. I just posted a photo that I found, like it's like a 5-year-old photo of me with all this stolen cheese all over my bench. I posted it yesterday as part of some other shit.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Where'd you get that cheese from?" I was like, "Just don't ask." Like this. Yeah.
Fell off the back of a
Dude,
truck.
it would have been, when I looked at it, I was like, just eyeball it. Like that's $8,000 worth of like cheese.
Mate, that
But
would have
it's
been a
all, like-
really hard job, because I guarantee you that every person that went in the back of your truck was exactly like me and be like, what's short code?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But
You're
also,
trying
you got,
to sell something that's amazing and you're like, what have you got that's cheap?
you got used yeah, but you got used to it. And then you just got used to, like you can manipulate the wastage.
Yeah.
So you could just go, okay, well, I'll look after Stewie. Like on the, because you're not buying like thousands and thousands of dollars. You're buying exactly what you want.
Yeah.
But you're saying, I want it at basically fucking 60% off.
Yeah, yeah.
Without saying it.
Yeah, I want the stuff that goes off tomorrow.
Yeah, so I was like, well, look at this shit. That's going to be great too. Because, like, you can get stuff that'll last a month. You just look at it after a while and you know it's going to last a month, but it's past its use by.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like, okay, I'll give you that for $20 rather than like 80. or something. Or here's this, I've had this on my truck for ages.
Yeah.
So people like yourself help that out.
Yeah.
So you're like, I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because it's not even like a sales drive. It's like, I'm sick of looking at this bullshit.
But rotten stuff tastes better.
Yeah, it's so much better.
You know, dry aged meat, look at it. I mean,
take home. Let's go, I want that. And you look at it for so long, you're like, next week, you're fucking mine.
You get that was it the rhombachon or whatever it is. The one it's like a,
dude, I used to take home, and like my wife hates the smell of it, but she's okay with the cheese. She just doesn't like the smell.
Yeah.
So she likes the cheese.
Yeah.
She's like, she's okay with it being in the back fridge.
Yeah.
You know, like, but she's just like, I don't want to smell it. But she, all the all the wash rinds. Yeah. Just the soft wash rinds, I was just a fiend for. And I just used to look at them and go, that's mine. Or I'd put one aside that was really fresh and just put it on the truck for fucking forever.
That blows my mind. So we would have crossed paths, though.
Easily.
Don Tapper.
Yeah. Easily.
Weekly.
Yeah.
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 Okay,
I think one of the things...
I had a bandana on. You don't remember me?
Yeah, it was a blue bandana. It was absolutely a blue.
But
I remember it now.
Yeah, but like
pirate.
You imagine how many people I would have seen just and absolutely looked through every chef.
Totally.
Yeah.
Is like Stewie here.
A cheese wrap.
Who's doing the order? Or do you have a list? Stewie was good though. He would always sort of leave a list, or you'd know, or you'd text, or you'd say, I'd be there on a day, and you'd have a look.
Chefs are the world's worst communicators.
Yeah.
Like without, like for a job that requires constant communication with your team, with the front of house, with your suppliers.
That's probably why.
Like, you know, I got an email yesterday from my chicken supplier because the chef had emailed the order through asking for chicken but didn't say how many.
Yeah.
They're like, how
chicken,
much
please.
How much do you want?
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's always that that's always that veg order bullshit where like you get someone rings it through perfectly but accidentally doesn't say like one bunch, they just say parsley.
Yeah.
So they go, we'll ring them back in the morning and we'll clarify. You're like, the whole order doesn't come. Or
rings through perfectly and doesn't tell you who they are.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't get anything.
I don't get it.
Yeah. You just used to have a spiel. I used to have to practice it because I was that guy.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
was like dead to the world. I'd written it out perfectly. Obviously, you just read it out like a zombie. But I was always that guy to never say a place or who I was or what time it's for or what day. So I'd always have to go, hey, it's Lachie from... and I have to write it on the top of the sheet. And
Nice.
The amount of emails that have been lost in my drafts is just nuts.
Just never sent,
I just never sent. I'll do it when I get home.
It makes you look like a liar, though, too. Like, when you send it, like, I fucking forgot to send you this. Of course you did, mate. Yeah.
Are you going to do any cooking?
Where?
Here.
Now?
No.
No, fuck.
No, absolutely. Look, I mean...
Imagine if we made it. No one would ever come on the podcast ever again.
The second part of the podcast.
Get to work. Get to work.
Yeah.
No, look, I think it's it's important that you let your team do what they're here to do. Absolutely. I think for the first month, I'll be here for support. You know, because your people need to know that they've got somebody there if they need something. You know, they're not on their own. You know, they've got everything that they need. But I'll definitely be cooking. I mean, I still love it. You know, like I still work 80 hours a week because I love it. You know, it's one of the things. Brown Street Grill obviously has a really open kitchen, and it's the same downstairs here at Fallow as well. But when you've got people that are sitting in the restaurant and you can see them, they can see you, but you can see them. Yeah. And they'll get their knife and fork and they'll cut it and they'll put it in their mouth and then they do that little kind of happy food dance.
Yeah.
You know, like that is...
You nailed it.
That is something that you can just... You live off.
Yeah.
Because you know that you've just made someone's night.
Yeah.
You know, but it's something that's going to be shat out tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, okay.
Yeah, totally.
Well done, Stu.
I was talking shit about open kitchens last week online, and because like my whole apprenticeship was at 44, and it was completely open. So eventually you're going to get sick of it.
Yeah.
You're going to get sick of being just goggled all day, and you have to wear that stupid purple apron and all that sort of bullshit. So all that sort of stuff. But that's where I hated it. But then someone said, yeah, but exactly what your point is. But you can see that you only remember the shit bits.
Yeah.
You forget the high fives and. Dude, we used to get we talked about it before. We used to get a bloke just come up to me personally, just give me $50 every now and then.
Yeah.
Just because he was like, I want you to cook this. And it was like total off menu shit, but it was easy.
Yeah.
So it was like, boom, that's his. He just ordered poached eggs, but I knew what he wanted.
Yep.
Yeah. And that.
Nigel Satterley.
Yeah, but yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
totally,
Nigel Satterley.
100%.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Fruit salad, poached eggs, 3 long macs.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And in
Yeah,
winter, he
yeah.
had a porridge.
Yeah, and then he'd change it 100%, and then he'd change it every now and then. He goes, "I want the bacon today," and you would have to fuck the bacon up.
Yeah.
but it was the same order.
Yeah.
But sometimes he'd just want like
Yeah.
fucked up bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every morning, 7:30.
Yeah. But I forget all that stuff because in my head I'm thinking about the end of it. Like
Yeah.
what it ended up with. Like it was like, I hate everyone looking at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of cooking steaks for people or whatever it is, and they don't appreciate it, or they don't like the chili. Or you remember the tiny little complaints. You
Yeah.
don't remember the thousands of
Yeah.
little looks and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I think it gives you,
Yeah.
like, this will give whoever's on the grill some extra motivation. You've got this amazing grill, you've got that
Yeah.
amazing meat, and everyone's watching.
And
if
everyone
you're-
wants to come and have a look.
If you're nailing it,
Yeah.
dunk,
Yeah.
I think that'll be pretty adrenaline, be a bit of adrenaline junkie, I reckon.
Something
Yeah.
that I'm really glad we do at Brown Street Grill, and you've experienced it yourself, is that if someone's really, truly interested in the kitchen, you
Yeah.
know, because it's in your face, there's this massive fire
Yeah.
just sitting there.
It's not something you see every day.
No,
Yeah.
we invite them in, so I'll invite them in, give them a pair of tongs, they stand in front of it, you take a photo
Really?
with their phone, and
Oh my
they
God.
lose their mind,
That's so funny.
The line cooks will lose their mind, dude.
Yeah, but you take 30 seconds and you make someone's day.
It's
Yeah.
so
Do you
true.
know, like, it's...
And that was fun when I was there, just because I was around,
Yeah.
and they were cool. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like a, it was just it was cool.
But see, we had an open kitchen at Don Tupper's. We were in a sea container.
Yeah,
Yeah, open everything.
Open everything.
Yeah.
yeah. It's actually higher now. The benches are higher. You
I
had
think,
it
yeah,
even lower.
The sea
mine are.
container was, they couldn't really look in though unless they stood up. Like they could see us,
Yeah.
but not what we're cooking.
No, that's right.
You have,
such.
you have to step up on that step. It's a bit like that.
Yeah.
So the head chef, MD, downstairs. So I said, send me a list of things that you think you'll need. All right. He needs sponges, some Glad wrap, and a step ladder. Because when I build a kitchen, I build it for me, unfortunately, and I'm 6'5", and MD's probably 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah.
So his bench, he's like,
What do you reckon the service down there is going to look like? You got a lot of pool drawers
yeah,
on one side, and then you've got, I guess, a prep fridge on the other, and a giant pass.
yeah, big pass. Big pass. We want to be able to push a lot of food out, which is
Yeah.
Which is,
So someone's setting up plates.
Yep. Yep. So look, we've effectively got 5 sections in the kitchen. So we've got an oven section. So there'll be one person designated to just look at what comes out of the oven. That'll be your roast chickens, your breads. A lot of vegetables do really well in the oven. I love the effect of what intense heat has on vegetables. I think it just really elevates it. The natural sugars, the evaporation of all the liquid that's in there. It's really good. And then you've got the grill. It's a big grill. There'll be a lot of stuff coming off the grill. Lots of different levels to hang stuff, slow cook, fast cook, small, big, doesn't matter. And then we've got a pan section, so saucier, effectively. Plus, we'll do a couple of pastas, and then cold larder. Salads, deep fryer. So it'll be a full line, galley style kitchen, but it is at 6.3 meters of pass.
Yeah.
So it's
So you're cooking on the grill, and someone's just setting you up behind you.
Absolutely.
And you're just flinging things.
Absolutely. I mean, when you're dealing with something like a steak, you want to give it your effort. You don't want to turn around and plate something and then turn back around and the fucking thing's burnt on one side, or
Anything.
it's you got to give it the attention that it deserves. So yeah.
Cool. It looks very cool.
Mate,
down
look,
there.
it's going to be a good thing, and again, it's that visual component. I think you would have noticed when you walk in here, it just keeps giving. You walk in, you go, hey, this place is cool. Look at all those doors. Oh, look at that piano. And then you go to the back and look at that kitchen, and then you go upstairs and it's different again, and then you go out through the door and it's different again, so
that's very cool.
It's certainly a good space.
Just hypothetical though, like if any of your chefs come in on mushrooms, what are you gonna do about that?
Oh, look, Tim, I'm hoping those days are behind us, mate.
Well, you might have some young chefs.
Well, I might. Well, yeah.
Just hope they microdose.
Look, you deal with it the same way I dealt with you, mate. All right, you tell them it's not cool, and you send them home, and then you
I'm
forget
pretty sure
about
I stayed
it.
all day.
I'm pretty sure you did stay all day, actually, because we were in the shit.
No, I think
Why
I
were we
proclaimed
in
it,
the shit? Why were we
I
in
was
the
just
shit?
busy.
I was busy.
which was probably good.
Yeah.
My idea was to tell everyone that I was on mushrooms.
Yeah.
So therefore, I had to work as good, if not harder, so I could get through it.
And then there was the time that you and Matt went for your break to the pub.
Mm-hmm.
Came back 40 minutes late for shift.
Yeah.
5 pints deep.
Probably. I think that's when you know that you're done with
I
cooking.
think, yeah, I think that's where.
That's probably the moment. Yeah.
I think that actually was that moment.
Was it? It might have been close. How did I leave Don Tapper? What happened?
That day.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I just walked out?
No, you didn't walk out.
Oh, my God. What did I do? Let's get into it.
I just sent you home.
Remember?
I sent you home. I sent you home, and I did service with an apprentice.
Ah, yes. Was that new kid with the glasses?
Yeah.
I got a story about him too.
Yeah.
I can't remember that bit. I remember exactly what the apprentice looks like.
Did you send me home or did you fire me?
It's column A and column B.
Cool. I knew there was a few stories.
It was a
in there.
hard decision to make because it was a Saturday night and we were going to get flogged, and it was just me and the apprentice, and I was like, do I just suck it up and deal with it?
Yeah.
Or do I just rip the Band-Aid off
this
and
asshole just walk all over me?
Because that's what it was coming down to. Who was that barbecue guy that used to work there? It was the three of you. It was you, Matt, and Scott.
Who's the barbecue guy?
Scott?
Oh, yeah, he was horrific.
Oh, the three of
What do
you.
you mean,
You drove me nuts.
What made him a barbecue guy?
He worked at side door for
He
a while.
thought that he was like a mature age apprentice. What do you call those people that start cooking when they're 30?
Yep.
Okay.
And he was only like 2 years in, but he looked like
traveller.
Yeah, he looked like the rest of us, but he only had 2 years of cooking experience.
He was a
Right.
pharmaceutical scientist
Okay.
that
He
used
had
to
all the
work at
words.
Fiona Stanley.
Yeah,
He
had
got
all
the
words.
science of it, you
But he
know.
would fuck up all of the things that take you a couple of years. He'd fuck up everything else.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he would tell you how the Mylard thing happens.
Yeah, he
but
did,
then he
didn't
couldn't
he?
fry
Yeah.
fish.
He sounds like my best mate, dude. I
Yeah.
can't handle that shit at all.
I lived in his closet for a little while. That's
Did
how I
you?
was going.
If you
Did you?
Yeah, because it was him. I think it was all three of them. There was
Oh,
him and his cousin and Matt in a house,
yes.
and this was mid-divorce, and
Oh,
my ex-wife going back to Argentina, and I ended up
that's right.
living in a closet and then a garage.
yeah.
what was
So
better?
So forgive me if I was drinking on my break.
What was better, the
I'm
closet,
so sorry, bro.
the closet, or
Mate,
the
the good thing
garage?
is that we can talk about it today, you know?
Yeah.
This is the good thing about chefing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what happened yesterday? And that is the good thing about chefing, is that you get flogged and it's a terrible service, but at the end of it you go, tomorrow's a new day.
We've talked about this, and this is something I
Almost
can't
every
get
single
out of-
podcast,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't get used to normal life where
No.
people argue with each other and then their
And hold on to
relationships
it.
over.
Yeah, just hold on to shit. You're like,
Yeah.
why are you holding on to anything?
And it's
Hospital-
Why are you holding
Hospitality-
on to something for 2 hours, let
That's
alone
right.
like your
Oh,
life?
I've forgotten
Yeah.
about it. You know?
Dude.
Hospitality is a cult, though. You
Yeah.
know, like it,
Yeah, I'd
it
agree
is.
with that.
Like if you think about the basis of a cult, you know, it's brainwashing. You know, it's the
Yep.
same message over and over again.
Yeah.
It's
Sex.
sleep deprivation. It's drugs. Okay, so you put those three things and you've got a cult, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's hospo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and
like,
that's,
yeah,
and
Because
that's
we've
why you
all
get
tried
the,
to get. I mean, you got out of it. You
Yeah.
successfully got out
Yeah,
of it.
but I'm like,
He actually has been doing services, to be honest.
But he loves. He still loves it.
yeah, but
He
like
still
I'm
comes
never
back
out
in.
of food. I'm still in kitchens.
Yeah.
I'm still fucking
And
here.
you got
it's,
out
it's
of it.
even weirder because I say this
I'm
to
out.
myself.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm out.
and I tried to get out of it,
Yeah.
but I can't.
What did you try and do?
I was still in hospitality. I did landscaping for about 6 months before I moved to Melbourne.
That would fuck
Fucking
my knees.
hated it.
That would fuck my knees. And
It
back,
wasn't.
surely.
Do you know what? It wasn't the work.
Really?
You know, it was the conversation that you'd have with your peers.
Ugh.
It just wasn't.
Yeah.
You know,
You get variety.
it
in the
wasn't
kitchen.
interesting.
Yeah. Like, what are you going to talk about?
Yeah.
Because this extreme shit, like, okay, I'll just rattle off more extreme shit for the rest of my life. And this guy's going, this whole, I don't know, like, I don't know, I'm the landscaping.
Yeah,
but
you're trying to outdo each other in a kitchen, aren't you?
Oh, but, you know,
Say as much crazy
there's
shit as
so
you
much
can.
to talk about. I mean, you know, just if you look at that particular point in our lives, you know, and we look at, you know, what everybody had going on. You know, you had someone that was a pharmaceutical scientist that was cooking barbecue. You had you that was banging on about compost. You had
Maddie.
You had,
Talking about whatever.
you had
I'm
so
telling you,
much.
Maddie just yelling at everyone and how
Oh,
shit
fucking
everything is.
Everything was shit.
I'm grifting you fucking like off cheese every week.
Yeah. So you know that The Apprentice, that kid that started,
Nathan Lang.
with the glasses,
Yeah.
just as I was leaving.
Yeah.
So I do a comedy channel with my mate who does the street talks, the Indian guy, Jasky, and we asked someone on the internet to get a fuck chickens tattooed on their body
No.
because we had gotten a fight with some vegans. So we're just like making this video, and he rocked up to the tattoo parlor
No way.
and he got fuck chickens tattooed on himself.
So funny.
And I didn't remember him, but he was like, dude,
He's a concreter now.
is he?
Yeah. He has some serious talent.
Yeah.
Concreting.
Well, now he's got a
That's a hard
ridiculous
game.
tattoo as well.
Let's get ridiculous. Fuck chickens. Oh, that's gold. That's gold. Oh, Jesus.
Well, how did fuck chickens come up? Like, how did that start?
Because we were in the city and they were having a vegan protest, and that Tash Peterson girl's there, who's one of Perth's worst people.
Yeah.
And Jasky got in a
Massive OnlyFans account, though.
Yeah, people like that.
Yeah.
That's why she's the worst, because she doesn't actually care.
No.
She's actually a sellout.
Yeah.
It's the riotous behaviour that's fanning her income
Yeah.
on OnlyFans.
And it's so hypocritical. I'll give you the second part.
All right,
but
go on.
they had a conversation, and essentially Jasky was like, you know, I understand your point, but like chickens, we can eat those. Fuck chickens, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
because he used to have a chicken farm in India, so you could see what his mentality was.
Yeah.
But also, that's everyone's human behaviour is fuck chickens.
Yeah, fuck chickens. So
Like,
we're
how
trying
many
to
chickens
convince
die
her of
every year?
that, and she was getting upset about it, and he was like, well, let's just make a fuck chickens t-shirt and see how that goes. And then it's a
Someone
fuck
has a
chickens tattoo. And,
Yeah.
and then they were having World Vegan Day, so we were like, oh, wouldn't
Why
it be
is that a thing?
World Vegan Day?
I guess it's the same as everything else. I don't know.
I mean,
we
World
can't-
Margarita Day I get,
Yeah,
you know, because everyone can enjoy a margarita.
Yeah, it's
you
very
know?
exclusive, isn't
No,
it? World Vegan Day.
Why do you need a day to celebrate whinging?
But there's this guy.
I don't know.
There's this guy during that protest that was trying to tell us that meat-free sausages taste just as good as a normal sausage.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, but there's these experts.
Was he
that
35
couldn't tell.
kilos?
There was a sausage expert that couldn't tell the difference between a
Was it
meat-free
Tash Peterson?
sausage and a real sausage. And we were like, well, that's ridiculous. So on World Vegan Day, we were like, oh, let's take down normal sausages and vegan sausages to the vegans and see if they can tell.
Yeah.
A few holes in the idea,
Yeah,
but we didn't
just-
realise that at
Yeah.
the time. And as soon as we walked into World Vegan Day, they fucking kicked off. They were like, is that real meat? You've brought murder to this place?
Yeah.
And it went nuts.
But I mean, that's the bit that really, really gets under my skin, though. Is that, like, you know what? If you're a vegetarian, you're a vegan, whatever, that's great for you. All right. Don't try and eat things that are supposed to be meat.
Yeah,
Just have a carrot.
Well, it's like what you're talking about.
The substitutes. Yeah. The
Yeah.
substitutes
Wood-fired
give me the
carrots and-
shits.
Yeah.
Like, I have
Soy
always
bacon.
disliked eggplant until I learned how to cook it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the same thing, right? You
Yeah.
fucking wood fire this shit. I'll fucking eat
Burn it.
all day.
Yeah.
Burn it.
All day.
It is good.
But like that's one of those things. Is like ugh, like that's something that was always to me like
Yeah.
I can't eat this shit.
Yeah.
But and then as soon as you know proper people taught me how
As
to
you get
eat
some
it, and how
flavour
to
into
love
it.
it, and how
Yeah.
to treat it, just that one ingredient, I was like just sold on everything after that. Broccoli, fucking the difference
Yeah.
between asparagus during the season and nonsense. Just like I went down this huge veg rabbit hole. And I was like, I could eat veg my whole life, the rest of my life. I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But I know how to do it. I know how to cook with
As long
it.
as it's got goat's cheese on it, I'll eat it.
Yeah, hung goat cheese.
So I do have a question, though.
Yes.
No crying in the coolroom.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Well, what do you think? Have you ever cried in the cool
I
room?
fucking have.
Yeah, because everyone has. Yeah.
When did you cry in the cool room?
Sous chef at Mateo's in Melbourne.
I love everyone's got the one.
You know, like,
it doesn't mean it's the
I just
first
got
one.
beaten so badly. And I was at the end of my tether. And at the halfway through service, the end of service, I went in to rotate the hanging ducks.
Yeah.
I had a cry.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Stuck
It's
your head in the middle
mental.
of those ducks.
I just got to get
It's
these ducks done, eh, chef?
Yeah, it's mental. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need this.
Because, like, what section were you on? Meat.
Grill.
Grill.
Yeah.
And
Do you remember
you
why?
just had a
it was
bad
just a shit day.
Oh, look, you know,
shit day, shit week?
I mean, WA is a small town, right? You know, I was the head chef of a cafe in Perth, and then I moved to Melbourne to start my career, right?
Yeah.
So you go big fish, small pond to small fish in
absolutely
the
no one.
ocean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. And you got the head chef and the business owner there yelling at you every day, like, you're a fucking piece of shit, you know. I'm going to send you to Lygon Street, you keep cooking like that, you know, because I was in a two-hat restaurant, right?
Well, I don't even know what Lygon
I
Street
didn't
is.
know, like,
It
but I
sounds
knew it was
terrible.
bad, you know.
Sounds like
like,
something you don't want to be, yeah.
and you know, it wasn't a good place. I mean, it was a great place. You know, I learned a lot about myself. I gave up cooking when I came back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I couldn't deal. I just needed a break.
Because you thought you didn't have it, or...
Well, there was a guy that was working there. Anyway, Lebanese guy. I can't remember his name now. Ramez, I think. Ramez Halil, Lebanese guy.
Sounds right.
He was the head chef at Mateo's when the head chef when I was there was an apprentice. All right, and he went off and did his own thing, and ended up closing the restaurant, and then was working casual at Mateo's. You know, and he had a family, you know, wife and 3 kids, but he was still working 50 odd hours a week.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is no life. This is shit.
You don't want to get to that. If that's the end goal.
That's it. You know, like, I'm going to go out, I'm going to open my own place, then I'm going to be broke, and then I'm going to be working for the guy that was my apprentice, because I'm old and I'm not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, I felt very similar. I'd never seen, like, even overseas and stuff, these big chefs happy.
Yeah.
These 50-year-old big chefs.
And they're always working their fucking birthday, like you are.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it changes.
No.
It's not like they get, oh yeah, but they're only working fucking 200 days of the year or something. It's, no, they're all fucking
always
there,
there.
hanging around, being a dickhead. Yeah.
Always there.
Just like you.
But
every day.
it must have drawn you back in then.
It's cult.
Yeah.
You know? You
It's
never
fucking
leave,
hard.
man.
It's
You
fucking
can
hard
never
to get out.
leave, you know?
It's just
You get drawn back in.
It's so easy to get a job too, and every new job I always found was like, oh, there's a fresh fucking whatever.
This could be it.
Yeah,
I
and
had
it
that.
never is. Even if it was, it never was.
I think I'd like to pay my house off and get a job at Bunnings.
Yeah,
Yeah?
Totally.
I reckon that'd be the job. That'd be the job.
I did like warehouse work, and I felt like that. I was like, I think I've made it.
Because when you
I was
go
like-
into Bunnings, you know,
It felt
and you're
cool.
looking to find somebody to give you it, none of them fucking know anything. Like, let's be honest, right?
No.
All right. And you look at someone, and if it's a crusty old guy, you keep walking and you look for someone else to give you a hand. You know, I want to be that crusty old guy in
do you?
Bunnings.
No one approaches.
No one approached. I just do my thing. You know, aisle 6, you know.
Everything's aisle 6.
A mate of mine worked at Bunnings for a while when he was at university, and he would just tell everyone aisle 14.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is actually on, like, as a joke, but he would do it. He
Yeah.
would just be like, oh yeah, what you need, aisle 14, probably 3 calls away down, just like confidently send people who gives a fuck. They'll find it. Everything's labelled. And then I was like, what's actually on 14? He's like, oh. Like, he didn't even know it was on 14.
Nah.
But it was just like, he had this very confident spiel, like, what you want. Yeah, the battery, the very specific battery you want for the paint gun is on aisle 14. Yeah.
But think about it. There's also breakfast there every weekend.
The sausages.
Sausages.
Yeah.
It's $2. Or
$2.
what are they now? $4.50
I was at
or
the
something?
kids' footy. I had 2 sausages on the weekend.
Yeah.
No butter on the bun.
What?
Fucking pissed.
They're not allowed to at Bunnings.
They got this.
What do
you
you-
know, they got such a strict thing.
They've got a strict thing.
Yeah.
Where you have to have
It's true.
that bread, that sausage. You can't add. So you can't
Not
have.
even I'll take margarine.
You got to put the
Nah.
onions on the bottom
You
and
got-
everything.
Yeah, like
Or
you
they
can,
tell
you're
you
only
how to do
allowed
it.
to have barbecue sauce, tomato sauce, and mustard. That's it.
Yeah.
But where's
You
the
know,
butter?
Where's the tomato kasundi, man?
I know. know.
Where's the kimchi? I want
Or
some
the fucking-
kimchi on my bunning sausage.
100%. I want the
Yeah.
fucking seeded mustard and everything.
Yeah, a bit of cheese.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
good would that be? A bit of cheese on a
Yeah,
bunning
yeah,
sausage.
yeah.
No, they shut you down.
The world's gone to shit.
No, it's
You're
fucking
not gonna
charity.
put butter.
It's
I
charity
don't mind if
snacks.
the buns are a day old. Just put butter on
Just
it.
put butter on
I
it.
couldn't care less.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's gold.
But maybe that's the thing about this hospitality cult idea. Well, you go to landscaping or you go to Bunnings. No one's talking about passion. No one's got the passion for the rake section.
I can't possibly
or the
leave
whippersnipper.
Yeah.
Or the landscaping shit. They're trying
Yeah.
to talk about something else. But
Yeah,
if you're
another
going
trailer
to
load of mulch, great.
yeah, if you go into a kitchen, kitchen people are generally, or hospitality people are generally passionate about something.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, but
Because
like if-
they're loose enough.
If I met a landscaper, I mean, I would always ask questions. I just love questions. But like generally you don't go, oh, you're a landscaper? Sweet. Who's your football team? Or something. You just
Yeah.
change the subject. You don't go, oh, I'm a chef. They go, oh, fuck.
Oh, what's your favourite
fucking
dish?
What's
Yeah.
your... Oh, can you show me how to do this? Oh, I made this once, and they'll show you some dog shit. You can't really just... You're like, that's lasagna. You're like, yeah, but I fucked it up. How could I... And you're like, but it's on. It's fucking on. It's all on if you say you're a chef. So you avoid, like, that for a while. But if you said you're like, oh, I have a Jim's mowing, like, franchise... They're like,
Yeah,
they
so
just
how are the
move on.
kids?
Yeah, exactly. Where do you live? Yeah.
See, Jim's mowing, that'd be, you work on your own.
I'm into all of that. I'm
Yeah.
so into it. It's so
Mate,
funny.
one
you
day
said
I'm just going to be this crusty old guy. I've had enough of everyone.
that. Yeah. There's
You're
people
saying that
hate-
now just because you're a week from opening. But after, you'll be like, fuck Jim's mowing. I'm the
Yeah.
guy.
It's
Look at this place.
It's because we've all been in the people business. It's not even the food. Like when you really think
People
about it.
suck.
Yeah, and you're trying to get people in, and you hate all of them.
Yeah.
You're like, please come in the door and enjoy it. And then there's
love the food you're cooking, hate the people you're serving it to.
Yeah.
That's
the
my
thing
thing.
is, it's not about it. Most people are good people,
99%. Yeah.
but the ones that aren't, they just make up for everything, don't
Yeah,
they?
you
they're
always
just-
remember it. You
They
always remember it.
ruin it. They absolutely ruin it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're trying to do here is create such a good product that they just can't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, look, we've got something for everyone. It's if you want to come in for a beer, just come in for a beer. You want a burger, it's there. You want to bring the missus in for, a date, it's there. Catch up with the girls for cocktails, it's there.
Are you
No.
tackling the burger, are you?
Absolutely.
Okay. You confident?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean,
He's just like, whatever.
So bored of burgers, hey?
no, look, the thing is, I think we overcomplicate burgers.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
everyone just wants a fucking good burger, and it doesn't need to drip down your arm. Like it's just, I want to eat it, not swim in it.
It gets fucking likes, eh?
I know it gets likes. Absolutely, it
They're the
does.
ones I want.
Oh no, you're
So
not going to
nice.
get that. I mean, the Brown Street Grill burger is a good burger.
No, that's what I mean. They're the ones that I enjoy
it's
eating.
It's
Yeah.
a big
Yeah.
patty, lettuce, cheese, tomato,
It's
pickles.
actually hard to find in Perth.
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's. I actually saw a really good one the other day, which I might steal.
Go on.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I might steal it. Might be good,
Can you steal? We talked about this last week.
mate. I
Steal
steal.
everything.
There
Can
are
you steal?
parameters to stealing, though.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Let
Yeah.
us in.
First of all, you need to look at how many people liked what it was on Instagram, and if you knew any of them, because
Okay.
they know you've stolen it.
So
Because if they I've seen that before.
all right. So you don't want any civilians to know.
No,
under the radar.
no,
Don't
not
have any-
civilians, not people in the industry, because you know who they are.
Yeah.
Like
But
I
can you
can't do
blatantly
that.
steal?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think you can.
Look, everything is a bastardization these days.
Yeah.
Look, they can't even make a movie anymore. I mean, they've remade Ghostbusters 6 times in the last 4 years.
Yeah. and it was fun the first time.
First
First
time.
time was great.
It's just everything's been done before.
Yeah.
No, nothing's new.
No.
We've lived for too long.
What's original?
Like we don't make anything anymore. Period. We fabricate everything. It's mental.
Yeah, so then when you're making the menu, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to have something like a signature thing that's yours, or you're just like...
No, it just has
What's
to be
good?
tasty. People need to want to order it.
Yeah.
You know, as long as they want to order it,
Yeah.
then you're already there. And if it tastes good, then you've won.
Mm.
You know, and that's the key. It needs to taste good. Looks aren't everything.
Yeah.
You know, it just needs to taste good because I say to the guys, I do some consulting work for some pubs, and if you look at the palmy or the steak and chips, 90% of every single dish will come back with the salad not eaten.
Yeah.
All right, but if that salad is good, like got some fresh herbs in it, a little bit of pickle in it, that 10% of the people that do eat the salad will go, fuck me, that was the best palmy of my life.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because of the palmy,
Yeah.
because they're the same everywhere. It was the salad that got them over the line.
Yeah. We had this really cool Caesar, like a proper Caesar at the... it was on Mother's Day at the Royal
Yep.
in Perth. And that was what I thought was a throwaway on the... It was like Mother's Day platters. So it had like roast lamb. It was fucking good. Lamb, potatoes, all this shit. And there was just the Caesar.
Yeah.
But the Caesar was like, fuck yeah. It had like white anchovies. Bacon was properly done.
Yeah.
The fucking... You could tell someone gave a shit about the dressing.
Yeah.
And it was on there.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like blown on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lugged.
And it was... Yeah. And the fucking shit was washed. Half the time, but these are the things like I get pissed off because like that was my apprenticeship. Was wash a fucking salad, taste
King
your fucking
Street, yeah, it
sauce.
was
fucking
out.
bullshit.
I hate a
Where's your
whole-
fucking bacon? You know, undercooked bacon.
Like a side salad with a whole cherry tomato.
Go
I'll
away.
fucking kill you.
and
Doesn't
you know
even
what
need
it
to
is?
be there.
And
Get
then
rid
you
of
like
the cherry
half make an
tomato.
effort to pick it up. You're like fucking.
Yeah.
I just flick it off the plate.
But like, that was one of those things I had on the weekend. I was like, fuck yeah, this salad, dude. It was just as good as everything else.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather just that because it was so like perfect. And obviously the croutons were cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking someone gave a fuck about this salad. It wasn't just like a throwaway.
Yeah.
We get that a lot at Brown Street, right? So, you know, the food we do is okay. I wouldn't say it's amazing. I just think it's solid, you know, like it's always well executed. But I wouldn't say we're a steak venue, you know, we do serve good steaks.
Yeah.
But it's, sorry. One of the things that kind of gets under my skin but also pleases me, it's a weird thing, is when they go 5-star review, Brown Street Grill was really, really good, the steak was fantastic, but the carrots, the carrots were, or the broccoli was amazing. It's like, you know, you put all this effort in and then their hero was effectively a side,
Yeah.
you know? And
Yeah.
it gets, you're like, oh man, you know, but we designed the menu that way anyway, but it's like, it makes you feel good, but it's also not what people, you want them to be telling, you know, like.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
But-
crazy.
Yeah, but that shit is good though. That broccoli, my daughter fucking absolutely loves that broccoli at Brown Street.
Was it the cauliflower as well, or
I don't. Oh.
it's the half broccoli?
Yeah, it's got like pine nuts and
Pine
stuff
nuts,
on it.
yeah. So it's got macadamia hummus, and it works really well because we cook the shit out of the broccoli, right?
Yeah.
So we burn it. We
burn everything.
We basically
Yeah.
burn it.
Yeah.
But you put this sweet and sour pine nut and currant agrodolce on it, you know. So
Yeah.
the sweetness with the char, you got the acidity from the agrodolce, and then you got this creamy hummus, and just everything together is great.
Yeah.
We had a guy come in and he wanted the he wanted the broccoli without the agrodolce. He hates pine nuts. And I went to the table because I'm not afraid to, you know.
Yeah.
I went to the table, I said, look, you know, order something else.
Yeah,
He goes, yeah, but I like broccoli. I said, I know you like broccoli, but without the agrodolce, you're not going to like this broccoli.
It's not a complete dish.
Without the agrodolce, it's just burnt broccoli. Order something else.
Yeah.
All right. And so he ended up ordering a carrots, funnily enough. But I sent him out a broccoli as well.
Yeah.
And then as he was leaving, he's like, thank you. That broccoli was shit.
That's hilarious.
Funny.
Yeah.
You know, because we do complete food, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
but every dish is a dish, right?
that's right.
Yeah.
It
so
is a
funny.
dish, you know.
Yeah.
It has a place, you know, and it's complete in its own.
That's why you go to work.
That's
fuck with the customers.
Fuck with the
Yeah.
customer. I told you were wrong.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear some hospo stories?
Yeah, go.
From random people.
Go.
Have we got audio?
You want to do the voice one?
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right. Let's go.
See if we can pull something out of Stu and his.
We're not going to
fuck
so,
ups.
So this is we're calling this a chef hotline. So they just ring in, leave us voicemails, and we don't listen to them until now. So this could legitimately be anything. This could be like abusing us. It could be anything, right?
Which will happen.
Yeah. All right. And we've learnt to not say people's names and stuff. And some people want to remain anonymous, but they'll just like fill in all the blanks. Like, here's my email address, my full name. Like, what the fuck, dude? This
Looks good.
should work.
Well, lads, from Ireland, and love the podcast. 2 weeks into being a commie, like starting my career in this really small gastropub. It was just me, the head chef, and on the weekends it was a dishy. My head chef ended up going to jail, Mountjoy Prison, which is like the worst jail in Ireland for basically traffic violations.
Wow.
And I had to work 2 very busy weekends completely on my own with basically no experience. Managers were arseholes about it, did not appreciate my efforts whatsoever.
Oh, that's it. Sweet.
That still hurts him to this day.
He just didn't like.
But those things do hurt you, though.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
It sounds like he continued his career on though.
yeah.
Which is quite hilarious.
He's like, "Hi, I'm from Ireland." Yeah, we get it.
Yeah. Imagine going to prison for traffic violations. That's fucking
a hard prison as
This
brutal.
is
well.
the hardest prison in Ireland. Yeah,
You sure it wasn't
violations.
trafficking vilations? You know, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Oh my
did he
God.
blow up a bus?
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Well, maybe he did. It was
Was it
Ireland.
Ireland?
Yeah.
It's literally a traffic. We might have a different idea of what traffic.
What was
violation
your
is.
worst service, Stu? Was it that one that you quit in Melbourne?
No,
You
I
cried in
didn't
the
quit.
coolroom?
No, I didn't quit. No, worst service. I don't think I have a
The
worst
one that I
service.
put you in?
Nah, that was tough. But you know what? The best thing about that was it meant that I could change my whole rostering structure because I did it with 2 people. I didn't need the 4 that I had on.
Right.
I did it with 2.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't need to replace him.
Yeah.
We can do it just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
So-
I wasn't lifting much at that stage.
No.
in my career.
But it's funny, you know,
I
like
could pump out a rump though.
you could
a
pump
rump
out
on the wood fire.
the picanha. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We
Dude, that
smashed
place
those.
used to smell so good. It
Yeah.
just used to smell like nice, like lamb fat or whatever you had going on all the time. When you walked in to the sunshine,
Yeah.
you're like, because you guys were there pretty much before anyone.
Yeah.
So you get in, the smells come out of it. You were always
Yeah.
fucking searing something. Or
But you
grilling
also
something, or-
had the short order burger on the other side. So you walk in, you get the candied bacon,
full
you know,
fat,
like it was
yeah.
just, you know,
Yeah,
it was
short
just
order
all
was pumping back then, eh?
Yeah.
They come in on a Friday and just crush.
Yeah.
Thousands of burgers.
What was the style? Peruvian, Japanese?
Nikkei.
Nikkei.
Yeah, but it wasn't really. I mean, it was kind of like our take on it. It was like
Yeah.
Asian,
Yeah.
South American.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
we just expanded. I think I had a char siu with amarillo. You know,
Yeah.
like it was
Yeah.
We
it was a
did
bit
have
wild.
char siu. And then the
But we were the first to do alpaca.
Yeah. That's what.
Yeah.
Every time I think about Don Tapas,
Yeah.
Pete brought it up.
Did he?
Yeah, Pete Manifest brought it
Yeah.
He
up.
brought up a lot of shit, eh?
Because I
Fuck,
think
dude.
I think I broke it down. I remember being there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the alpaca. He was like alpaca meatballs. Was he talking? No.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it
the
meatballs?
balls.
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
croquettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was talking about alpaca.
It was a
He said nemesis a lot.
He did
said-
say Nemesis
He
a lot.
said
Stu.
you were his nemesis
Yeah.
about 8 times.
yeah.
But and then he'd immediately go, "But I love Stewie."
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, yeah.
We'll get you both sitting down. That'll
Oh,
be hilarious.
jeez.
Come on, the
There'll be a
stories.
fight for sure.
You can imagine, yeah, but like I'm in the same position, man. I work for the guy like out in contract for like a
Yeah.
year and a bit, whatever. But I just love. There was like the easiest podcast we've ever had. We were just like,
Yeah,
And then he
he had a
just-
lot of
yeah.
great stuff.
Yeah, he'll just keep
Very
talking.
interesting guy.
Yeah.
yeah, holy
From,
shit.
I never worked with him, so to me, he seems like a very great guy.
Yeah, his memory of things is very.
Specific.
Yeah,
To the
but
way he saw
it's
it.
very exactly. It's very skewed.
Yeah.
And he remembered things that we did at a different venue from another venue. He went, no, that okay, keep going. You know, like yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's doing all right though.
Seems you're doing great.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a.
The only
bit of
time
a
I
trial.
ever went home from work without being fired was actually at your other venue, the first one, at Comestibles, when I walked into the office. So was there a staff party the day before?
I'm pretty sure you came in and you said, I can't do this anymore. And then left.
Yeah. It might have been it. My
Pretty
recollection.
finite, yeah.
Because
But what does that say about me? Because then I re-employed you.
Because I'm cool.
I'll just put it on the next week's roster.
Yeah. Look, I'm honest. I'm upfront.
Yeah.
And I can cook.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else didn't show up that day. So
Yeah,
at least
that's
Tim
probably what
showed up.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Timmy doing?
No, I think I might have come and seen you, asked for a job
Did you?
because it was in Freo.
Yeah.
But I was pretty much done. But then I don't know if there was a staff party, but I was incredibly hungover, and I went into work, and I've never gone home from a hangover, and I must have been there for less than an hour, and I threw up in a bin, and I was like 32 years old, and I was just looking at myself in this bin, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
And then I was like, I gotta find Stu.
Yeah.
And I started walking around, and I was like, where's Stu? And they're like, he's upstairs. I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah.
I'm in the office. Is Stu here? Oh, he's in the meeting room. I was like, I'll just do this. And I walked in, and it was you and the lady that owned the place. I just looked you in the eyes, and I was like, what? I thought I said, I gotta go home. I just gotta go home.
That's exactly what you said. That's exactly what you said.
And I just left.
Yeah.
I don't know if I came back to that one either.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. But hey, look, I mean, this is an industry of personalities. We need to take everybody on their own merits.
But you like people for their faults, right? Like I
Absolutely.
feel like we don't judge people on their faults as much or bad days.
Yeah.
You just get on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tim.
I've had massive blow-ups with people in Perth, like in the kitchen, and I'll see them, and that might be the last time I ever saw them. It wasn't just like, I don't fight anyone on the spot or anything weird like that. They might have left, or I didn't see them because I had 2 days off and that was the last week or whatever. But then I'll see them, 4 years later, it's just big hugs. It doesn't matter.
No.
It's not even like, I don't even think that it's going to be a thing. That's the other thing. I just show up to work and go, oh, fuck, this guy's not here.
Yes.
But you got to train the next cunt.
Hospital's
So,
like a surrogate family, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, you spend so much time together, and you...
Yeah. Everyone knows more about my family than my family knows.
Yeah. But then when you leave to go on to another place, it's like you've finished with the last family, and now you move on to the new family, and you spend a lot of time with them. Yeah. And you end up just creating this family network. And I think that's why we all help each other out, even though some of us are... I mean, there's a lot of people out there that think I'm a fucking massive dick. Yeah. All right? But that's okay.
Me too.
It's okay. I don't mind.
So okay with it.
2 people on this table, to be honest.
Wow.
Did you get a lot of resumes come in for the new place, and there's a few that you're just like, I never will again. I never will again.
Well, I tried to be a little bit smart about it. I pretty much had a team ready to go, so I didn't actually really advertise too much. I did a lot of, poaching, which,
you would have to.
It's the industry to do it. There's no point in spending $1,000 on Seek when you're advertising for a head chef and you get a whole heap of people that are still studying, whereas for the front of house, they got over 500 applicants.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Is that where it's at?
Well, look, I don't know what it was, but over 500 applicants for positions. And look, you weed through them. I mean, we're still short.
Right.
We're still short, but, there's a lot of people applying for work out there.
It's not like, I always thought about poaching, right? Because that does come up quite a bit. But, like, you're not going to leave a place if you don't want to. And you're not going to follow a chef unless you want to. Yeah. So it's like, it's not... I've never thought of it like that. I've never thought of it like... because it's the place that they've come from that may or may not suggest it. That you've poached this person. But no one dragged them out. No one called the cops and dragged them out and tased them to come work at your place.
I think it's a big part of the industry. Like, the amount of guys that you work with who's like, oh, my mate's opening this thing or going to this thing, I'll fucking see you later.
Yeah, and but it's also,
see you, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, this looks sick. This looks sick. I want a part of it. Yeah. It's also, like, culture is a big thing. Chefs have a tendency to be the worst
worst enemies. You know, like I guarantee that everything that a chef hates about where he works, he or she have a hand in creating or fixing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I don't like this because of X and Y. Well, you could actually do something about it.
Yeah, it's a choice,
You know, like, the equipment's always broken, but you kind of broke half of it. You know, like...
But that's also why you try to figure out how to use it, and then you just use it successfully.
Yeah.
And then you whinge about it. Yeah.
You've got that problem now because you've got a lot of nice new equipment here. Someone's going to fuck it.
Ready
to be broken. Week, man, I guarantee.
100%.
My OCD goes ballistic in places like this because especially because I've seen it now as well.
Yeah,
like,
that goes there.
Like
Why is that not
I
there?
know that there is a tech screw somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but there's a tech screw somewhere that shouldn't be there. And every time I walk in the building, I see it and I go, that fucking tech screw shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Who fucking put that there?
You know, I'll put money on the stick blender. Goes in the first week.
Oh,
someone's going to fuck something up.
Yeah.
The new Robo Coupe, the Thermomix, whatever you got.
Yeah.
Doesn't last long.
It doesn't last long. But, you know, that's the beautiful thing about the whole wood-fired stuff. You know, like, you try breaking a pizza oven.
Yeah.
You know?
I tried once.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Yeah, we threw like...
Don't say about batteries.
No. We lined up like fire lighters in the wood fired, but it was just like a little embers burning at the back, and we thought like it would just do this really nice, pretty little. So we kept lining them up. No, they weren't ever lighting, so we're just lining them up. This is like after a full service of wood fire. So we were like, well, no, it'll go. It'll just go like a really nice little thing, and it went boom, like it shook the whole restaurant. The chimney went. You're like, and then we were like blind for a bit because we were just standing there going because we were just waiting for the last people to leave. There was nothing to do. We were just waiting for desserts, so we're just fucking around. Everything was clean. We were just fucking around, and so we tried, but that never didn't. It literally blew up, and we didn't just shift it a little bit, and that was it.
It was nuts. At Brown Street, we had, because we don't have a deep fryer, right? So we're 100% wood fired. I had this Welsh guy. He's a really good guy, but we had to do, I think we were doing Jerusalem artichoke chips or something like that. And because the induction was a domestic induction, it used to take a long time to heat the oil up. Yeah. You know, so we used to put it over the fire, right, to get hot, and then we'd put it on the induction, and then we'd deep fry. He threw some Jerusalem artichokes into it while it was on the fire, and it boiled out onto the fire, and like this massive oil fire just went straight up, and I freaked out. I am not the fastest moving guy in the world, but I swear to God, I moved quickly that day. God. But
it's so impressive when you see it too. You're like,
that's danger.
Yeah. The heat was so intense, you know. So you obviously got honeycomb filters and baffle filters, right? The honeycomb filters fused together, like they were melted to a solid thing. Like,
how did you stop it? How did you stop this thing?
I threw some trays over it. Because I didn't know where the fire blanket was. So I've never had to use it. It's the thing you don't use, you know, like how many of us have used the fire blanket? For its design purpose,
dude. I've had the same thing happen with you know, the classic, you empty the fry and you didn't turn it off and then it goes up. So this happened once, and I grabbed the fire blanket and I was like, oh, they're fuck, and I grabbed it. I never used a fire blanket in my life, but it, you know, tugging it a bit, and I threw it over, and the fire blanket set fire.
What?
In hindsight, it was because it was so old.
Yeah,
it was just like
covered in grease.
It was just covered in everything, and it went up, and I was like, I don't know what to do now.
Yeah.
So we were putting, like, you know, tried the cover on the deep fryer. It was just like
nuts.
This guy hadn't turned the fucking. I should have turned the tap because the fire went down into the tap onto the. So we had this like lingering fire on the But so even when I went, oh wicked, I'm the guy who's going to put this fire out with the fire blanket, and then this fire blanket just disintegrated. And went, I was like, fuck. Well, I'm fucked now.
I am so glad that I don't have a deep fryer. Like, we've got one here, all right, but at Brown Street we don't. And you got no idea how much easier clean down is without a deep fryer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like the
totally.
amount of work that goes into cleaning a deep fryer, and it's never done properly. You got a brand new nice kitchen with a brand new deep fryer. Within 3 months, that thing looks like it's been there for 30 years.
Yeah.
You know,
But everything around it
They all
does
look the
too.
same.
Everything around it is just like covered in
just
like
covered
that,
in
just-
crap.
Yeah, it's like amber bullshit.
Just
like,
send it in like shit, so we don't have to worry about what it used to look like.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just
Does this come with the crust on the side,
Yeah.
or do I need to buy that separately?
Spray it on. It comes with a can. You just spray it on.
But surely there should be a product out there that does that, where at the end of the night you just spray it and hose
Spray
it
it.
off, and it's Mickey Mouse
It's
again.
heavy chemicals, man. And it
Yeah.
ruins your eyes and your nose. And
it's also the waiting at the end of the shift to like do it.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, you can't
you're
do it
extending
early.
your night just because of one single item, like the
Yeah.
one deep fryer. Everything goes off and on.
Yeah,
Or you can scrub while you're cooking. You can't like scrub this while you're deep frying. You're either going to
Yeah.
put a pot on that's going to set on fire with a dodgy fire blanket, or you got to use a deep fryer and just wait. Yeah,
it's an interesting
you
idea
can't
because
scrub it with soap.
the
What
rest
do
of the
you do?
kitchen probably doesn't have sticky,
No.
fatty
Nah.
crap
No.
all over it.
and the combi cleans itself.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a revelation. Hey,
Yeah.
how good was that?
So the next one is deep fry. Okay, so Tim, maybe you're going to move on from compost to comedy to rationale ovens.
Yeah, back to
Back to-
cleaning kitchens again. That's why I like comedy, is because there's zero prep. I have a thing where I wear the clothes that I was wearing that day
Yeah.
on stage.
That's
I
it.
just I will not even change my clothes.
yeah,
Bang. you just walk in and you're ready to go.
yeah. Makes sense.
It's great. No props, zero props. I
Yeah.
refuse to,
But yeah, but yeah, of course.
because then now I have to bring something, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but people like they're coming. So what I think about that is they're coming to see you. Those motherfuckers dress up because they're coming to see you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like you can just wear the fuck you want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That
what I
time you
think.
started making an effort, mate.
Yeah. Just
No,
wear
no, I've got to make less of
less of an
it.
effort. I'm saying less of an
That's what
effort.
we're saying.
The I was going to say customers. Fuck, I always get.
Because you come to the kitchen, you got to iron your shit, you got to clean it, you
When
got your
did you
knife
ever iron your
roll.
shit?
I reckon.
I used to
maybe.
hang it. I used to hang it.
I
have
used to set myself up though. I still remember that. I have a clean section.
Absolutely.
You can't say I never had a clean
No, no.
section. That's for sure.
when you were there.
yeah, it's so true.
Thing is, Tim's a really good cook. Tim's a really good cook.
Thank
you know,
you.
he's neat. He is neat.
This is the soundbite we needed for the clips.
Clean, efficient.
Yeah.
It's just all of the
Not always
personal
there.
issues.
Fuck, dudes. Everyone goes through them, man. Everyone's seen like the worst of the worst in your personal life, I reckon.
Yeah.
Even if it's not you, you've seen it in others, and you're like, cool. I don't even think it's a question when someone comes at you with that. You're like, what are you going to do? It's
Yeah.
bullshit. You know, your dad dies, or you got this going on, or you
Yeah.
don't know what. Like you'll find
Or there
5
was just
days.
a lonely bottle of red, you know. That you
Yeah,
just,
yeah. You'll find out 5 days later something's happened to somebody and they've never said anything. And you're like,
Yeah.
well, it's just, oh shit. And that's what makes you go, oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
But sometimes work was good as well. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you had a lot of shit going on and you're like,
I agree.
I
That's
can
how
just
I
come
deal
in
with it.
here and I can do 12 hours and
Yep.
I don't have to think about it and just plow forward. That was also good.
that
Yep.
is my life.
Yep.
Yep. I do not think about anything outside of work. I just.
Yeah. But that's okay.
Good.
If that's your
it's not
vocation.
okay.
If
It's
that's your
not
vocation.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
What would you, okay, so what would you like to think about outside of work?
Do you know what? I,
Like, do you go fucking fishing or something?
I'd
Like, what do you do?
my end game, I
Yeah.
think like 90% of all chefs out there is I want a farm.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I
It's
did
weird.
get ya.
It's weird.
I got
You know,
Got any
like,
carrots.
you know, I could just see myself on a
composter.
rocking chair
Yeah.
whittling. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just,
Me too.
you know, because I hate people by that stage. You know, it's like I
Yeah.
just want to be 100 acres away from somebody else.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
want peace and quiet in all directions.
in all
Is that what
directions.
want?
You know.
So
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day, and it was kind of the same but different. Like I want, I'm kind of looking for just anywhere. Like even if it's like a, you know, these storage garage units or something. We put like I'll put some like a proper microbrew set up or something just for me or
Yeah.
my mates or something. Maybe have a little bar just for me. I was explaining this to someone. They were like, "What would you sell out of it?" I was like, "No, I have all the equipment." Maybe sell like 30 Philly cheesesteaks one day.
Yeah.
But not for any money.
Yeah.
You're like, if I just want to I just like it. And maybe have like a space that we can invite like people like Stuart to do a podcast and things like that. Mm-hmm. And then I ended up just explaining like, you know, like a shed, like a man cave
So
or
like-
something.
It does come down to a shed.
But like, I'm not
Hansey-
even looking like I'm not even looking for like a money. I just like all of it, but something about it is like it's for nothing at all. Yeah.
It's a
Don
cave.
Hansey has
Yeah.
a warehouse in, we
Osborne
had
Park.
a warehouse in Osborne Park.
Yeah.
You know, you've been to the back area out there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's the goal.
Yeah.
You know, there's a place.
liked it,
There's a
eh?
place on Brown Street. It's like this, you know, sexy little warehouse. You know, you can tell that the guy that owns it owns his little warehouse. You know, he's
Yeah.
out there. He's out there in the morning on a Sunday with
Yeah.
the blower. You know, like
Nice.
it's his pride and joy. He's got a nice little garden
Yeah.
there. It's
That's cool.
basically a massive shed with an
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that's a goal.
Yeah.
You know, like a little garden with some fruit trees that you can get your herbs from, little pizza oven.
I just want like little
absolutely.
little blocked out gardens where I'm literally growing whatever's in the season.
Yeah.
Like times 12 things.
Yeah.
Little like a row of corn that year.
And it is
all that
just,
sort of
it's
shit.
just a shed, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
It's
but
a
it's
place
bullshit.
to-
But I would, you know
Is
what?
anyone
I would
coming
look
around?
after it way better
Way
than my
better than
house or
everything
my
else,
child
yeah.
or anything. I'd be like, I'd be out there going, no, I'm just down
there's
the
a
road.
leaf.
Yeah.
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 So
And
it's
it'll
a
cost-
little quiet place where you can do small projects.
yeah.
yeah.
And no one ever comes around.
And hang out.
And it could be
And
the
you can
best
invite
shit.
people and then get drunk.
Yeah, but it'd be the best shit ever, and you don't want many people there.
Yeah.
It would just be like,
Every man's dream.
yeah.
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 A quiet place to get
But
loose.
it was. I was explaining this to somebody that was like totally out of like never in hospo.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, why would you
want a
ever do that
shed?
shit? Why would you ever do any of that? It sounds awesome.
So you want to rent
You
a
want
shed?
to rent somewhere and you would garden and you would like what? And you would make just like one pizza and just a couple of beers. And you're like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
It does sound
That's what
great.
I
Yeah, do you want
wanna
to come round on Thursday? Yeah.
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 Oh yeah, I'll come round.
Yeah, I'll come round. Yeah.
I don't
Make bread
understand.
as well. Like I love making
Yeah.
bread, dude. And that's what I want to. That's what like you were saying. That's a goal. It's kind of the same goal. It's just a different in my head. That's why I'm looking.
Yeah.
Because like I just thought, what's the easiest thing you can get? Maybe that, I don't know, or just a space to do shit that doesn't cost a lot to me.
But you see, it's
But it
all
would
work.
end
at the end of
up
the day,
costing
though, isn't
so
it?
much.
It's so much.
Yeah.
You know, like even my farm idea. You know, I've still got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go
Yeah,
and
bro.
do shit.
Yeah,
You know, it's
Yeah.
not just all sitting on the porch whittling
but I
with a
think
pipe.
you would
No,
enjoy it.
Yeah. As chefs, we're always putting tasks in front of us
Yeah.
We are.
to keep us
Keep
moving.
us moving.
Just give
But
you
when we
yourself
tell
tasks.
ourselves that we just want to sit down,
Yeah,
but then we've got so many tasks to
Yeah.
do before we can sit down,
yeah.
and we just never sit down.
I would enjoy all of that a lot though. I'd be like, wicked. What's the fucking cow doing today?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Oh.
never making it meat, maybe. Like
Maybe.
it was just like
Maybe
I don't
never
know.
making it, mate.
But the problem is, you like. I reckon
maybe,
Maybe.
there's lots of maybes there, right?
you need to iron out a few things before you get a farm.
Chickens, man, just chickens.
You
That
know, I
doesn't
had a few
matter.
things before you get a cow. Like,
Yeah.
Imagine
Fuck
if I had a
chickens,
cow
bro.
before. If I came home with a cow, I'd be like, I got a cow. I got the cow first. Now we just need land. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
That is
for
the
sure.
thing with the thing with farmers though, is that they can do it.
Yeah.
You know, like if they want to eat chicken, they can just go and get a chicken.
yeah.
You know,
That's cool.
I think if I had chickens, there's no way in hell I could eat chicken. One of those.
Yeah.
Do you know, the process
Yeah.
is something that I'm not sure that I could do.
Yeah.
Mm.
We
You
were
know?
we were talking about
I do know.
Taking a life.
we were talking about this once.
I could
that
do it.
Could you?
Yeah, a pig would be probably hard.
Pig?
Pig would be hard.
I think
Why?
pigs are like
They're
cats
kind
though.
of humanistic.
Yeah. I just think they'd
They're
like.
big.
Apparently they
and
taste the same.
as human pork
How would you eat a human?
roast
Oh,
you get
dude,
one?
that's deep. Pizza oven for sure.
asado. Like you're talking about, like your lamb out here.
I reckon you're right. Depends what they're
I
like,
just
right?
saw that. I
Get the
just
guts
saw
out.
that.
Yeah.
Get the guts out. Take the genitalia off.
Because if you stood right now, they would look a bit the same size as a lamb. Because you're kind of skinny, right, compared to a pig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I reckon asada's where I go.
Oh,
Baste it.
But you could also
It might
like
get dry.
But you've also got all these things that are made for humans, like a bath. Like you could just brine it in the bath. It's made for a human.
Yeah.
Body.
Yeah,
Like it's
it's true.
yeah.
True. Sous vide it in the bath.
Sous vide in the bath.
Gross.
Well, if it's an enamel bath, you could actually cook in it as well.
Yeah.
Stew.
See, we've answered the question.
Far out.
Job done.
When we need to get it done, we'll just get it done. I think that's what chefs do as well.
Get shit done.
We just get it done.
Yeah.
You know, like we have to deal with it every day and we get it done.
Yeah.
We do. We get very confused when people don't get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, like why haven't
Like
you got
how
this done?
have you... I watched a guy here take a day to hang a door.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're just fuming?
I was like...
I
man,
bet you even had the door.
Well, it was a new door. Like, it wasn't like one of the doors that we hung up on the wall. It was actually put a door in place, you know? Like, it was almost a whole day to put the thing on the outside and to put the door in it. I was like, you just got $700 to do that one job.
Yeah.
The amount of shit I could have got done in that day.
How did he waste
For
his time?
less
You would
money?
have got bored, though. You would have got bored. You would have got the door done, realised, fuck, I got that done quick. What can I... You know, like... But that's your mindset. Is just...
But then,
on to the
you know,
next.
our builder here, Rod, is fucking legend. Like, he's a proper, you know, he's the real deal.
Shout out,
you
Rod.
know. He hung a door in about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not kidding. It was nail gun,
Yeah.
done.
Because
I'm
you've done it
pretty
before,
sure
right?
how long it takes.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. The amount of work that guy can get done with
once
a circular
Once I've
saw.
done 6 doors successfully, I reckon I could probably hang another door pretty quick. Yeah, I mean, like, there's definitely probably a learning curve there, but
6-door learning curve.
Yeah.
Totally.
yeah,
Yeah, but how do you start? You know, how do you do your first door?
yeah.
Are you YouTubing that shit? You know, or are you?
Yes.
That's how I learned how to
YouTube.
break down an alpaca.
Is it?
YouTube.
I YouTube
Absolutely.
everything. Yeah.
YouTube everything.
Who was doing it? Some Peruvian guy?
There wasn't one. It was a lamb.
Ah, yeah.
You know, like I couldn't find how to break down an alpaca online anywhere.
Yeah.
Even .peru. You know, like it didn't exist. So I had to.
What did we do? I think we just got into it, hey?
We did. I videoed it every single time, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I was so impressed with myself.
Yeah.
What were the bits though? Like, were they all on the bone? Oh no, you would have to take all the meat,
the
right?
whole
Because
thing.
it's the
Whole
meatballs.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just braised it down.
28 kilo carcass because, you know, it was only the centre bit that was really good. You know, the front end was lean like deer.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so it
like
was
human.
so it was braisable, but, you know, and then the back end was quite gamey.
Yeah, right.
You know, so we just basically used to braise down the front and the back,
Yeah.
and then we'd vac pack and freeze the middles until we had enough to do a cool dish with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
And
you eventually break that contract with the... Like, you'd have to say, hey, I'm no longer using alpaca. I'm moving on?
Yeah, it was
Like,
okay, though, because Uma opened up. You know, so they then started taking alpaca, but they were getting it broken down for them.
by
So
who?
they were just buying pieces. I don't know.
This guy started a butchery.
Maybe.
My first commercial kitchen job was at Fraser's. I was doing like work experience, and what's his name?
Which one?
I can't remember his name now. He came in with a fucking goat, and he was like, "Watch
Chris
the-"
Taylor?
Yeah. Sorry, Chris. And he was like, "Watch this, mate." And I was like, "No." So I like barely watched it, and he just like, like as fast as you could probably break down a fucking anything, goat, whatever. It was small too. It was like the tiniest.
Yeah.
He must have just been given it or something. And he took it and he's like, "Do you see that? Can you do the other half?" And I was like, I was like 4 days into chefing. And I was like, no. I straight up was like, no, I didn't really. He's like, "You weren't watching?" I was like, no. So I tried to like, he just gave me the other half. But he did it with like, he just picked up someone's random cleaver and just did it with all a cleaver. And I was just trying to do it. I was just fucking this thing up. And then it must have been a joke, but I was trying to do it. And that was the thing. It was like, how do you did I have to watch that? Like, but now if I saw you do it, I reckon I'll be able to do it. You know, like all the years of you watching someone or doing similar things, it all comes together. But this cunt, man, he was just like, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just come into my mind.
Fraser's was a real eye opener.
Yeah.
It really was, because I'd never worked anywhere like Fraser's until I did.
Yeah.
I think I worked in the function area,
Yeah.
and it was just before Christmas, you know, the Christmas period.
Uh-huh.
In one day, I diced and skewered 120 kilos of chicken. And I did the math on it, you
So
know.
gross.
Like, the average thigh is about 110 grams. So there's 220 grams per chicken. So that's 4 and a bit chickens per kilo.
Yeah.
Times by 120.
Ugh.
it's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of chickens.
Were you weighing every skewer?
Yeah.
Kind of stuff?
Yeah, it was. It was.
like on
It was
point?
just nuts.
Ugh.
It was nuts.
I hate those jobs, man.
Yeah.
Mind numbing.
My
Yeah.
first job in the
Factory.
kitchen
Some
was...
people are good at them though. Some people just get
Yeah.
in the zone and do it. I just can't do it.
Boning quail. I boned 300 quail.
Wow.
First job ever.
In my life, I have never boned 300 quail.
Yeah, I'd say I
I
never.
think I'm the only person ever.
we used to do sardines like all the time. I can't remember where that was. This is fresh sardines. Just take it. Even now, I'm doing it in my head like muscle memory.
Pulling
But that
out
was-
the middle.
Yeah, pulling out the middle, flaying it out, and then leaving the fucking tail. Just like, and your hand, obviously your hands are so freezing, and everything's bullshit about it.
Yeah.
And
And
they have to be so perfect.
Yeah.
By the end of it, you can't look like you've ripped out the fucking spine and shit.
Yeah. Peeling prawns, one of the worst
That was the
jobs.
same.
I
That was the
love
same.
peeling
I reckon I've done
prawns.
Do you?
thousands of those.
Oh, I could peel prawns for hours.
Oh. What
As
if
long
they
as
poke
they
you
were-
in the finger?
Nah.
I'm okay with prawns.
Yeah.
I
As
don't
long
know
as I'm
why it
eating
is.
them. If I'm eating them, like you put 5 kilos of prawns in front of me right now and some cocktail sauce, and I'll just sit there all day and I'll just peel and eat.
All right.
Done. All day.
There's something about a prawn though that is very like repetitive, but it doesn't really affect you too. Like quail's fucked.
Yeah, quails
Yeah.
will
Like
float.
the sardines are
Quail's
fucked.
brutal.
Anything that's just that size, but it's not
Dexterity.
like. Yeah, but it's I don't know. Something about a prawn is.
Yeah. Or I used to
Used to get
really
the
hate,
zone.
like, you know, when you're cleaning chicken legs and you're trying to make them look. We used to have this dish where you had to make the bone look perfect.
Yeah.
It would pull back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd have that, so you had to chop the top off, but not too much, and
Yeah.
scrape it. Ugh.
There's little
Hate that
drummies
job.
or whatever they're called. Yeah, little lollipoppy little
I
looking
hate
things.
that job, dude.
Yeah. They used to do it here at I was talking to a chef who worked at Merriwell, and they don't do it anymore, but they were doing that at the Merriwell at the fucking casino. And I was like, what are you
That'd be so
why are you
mean.
doing that for? Just fry a fucking chicken wing.
Yeah.
No one gives
No one
a shit
cares.
at the casino.
No one cares.
And he was like, yeah, there was just 2 people doing that all day, and
All
they would just
day.
rotate. Just literally like boning a chicken wing. Like,
I
what
think
the
though there
fuck,
are
dude?
some jobs that need to be an all hands on deck thing. Do you know what?
Yeah.
I think some kitchens really get it right. You know, like, you put one person on making arancini all day,
Yeah.
all right? Or you could put the whole team on making arancini and get the thing done in half an hour.
Yeah.
You know, and that mindset doesn't always come naturally to us. It's like that's your section, that's your job, you get it ready.
Yeah.
And you look at it and you go, fuck, I've got 3 hours of arancini or 3 hours of,
Brutal.
sardines here. But if everyone just, linked arms together and went like, let's get this
it
done,
all
you just
done.
get them done.
Yeah. I do think that's a group mentality, though. That's not someone saying everyone on arancini. Now, I think that's when that works best is when whoever's next I've
jumps
got
in.
20 minutes.
When have you ever
Uh,
had spare 20 minutes?
Yeah, but like maybe I do. Maybe I'm burning a steak. Who knows? If I can get it done, we'll just roll. We were at the when the Trustee first opened in the city, and like, dude, those people were going nuts for the fucking hand cut chips. It was like at the time it was like the triple cook.
Yeah.
Shit was
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on. It was just like fucking a nightmare.
Yeah.
Because it was just all day doing all of the processes
Yeah.
and freezing it and
Yeah.
fucking tossing it.
Half
So
cooking.
that was one of those jobs. It was just like whenever you had a second, and it was just a zone, and people had them around the place. It was just like start cutting these potatoes in like fucking
We
9
had to-
pieces. You
We
know.
had a potato washer. We had to wash the potatoes, like get the skins off or something.
Oh, an actual machine
Yeah,
thing.
it was huge.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just remembering it now.
Sandpaper on the
And it was
inside.
like do.
Yeah.
We had to do that part of it.
It's
and
called a
then
rumbler,
the
wasn't it?
rest.
Rumbler. Potato
The worst
rumbler.
though. And I think it even spat out like weird potato water.
Yeah.
into
It
the
would have.
sink.
Yeah.
It'd be like fools. You should have like sprayed your shirt with it.
Yeah.
But I think if you're going to be known for something, make it something that's not chips.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's, like you get,
Everyone fucking hated it. So it's like, what are
you
you
know,
But the
doing
first
this
person
for?
who did the triple cooked chip,
yeah,
business went.
absolutely,
skyrocket. Yeah.
absolutely. But he probably charged $23 for it. Like,
Yeah, we
when-
put 9 on a plate. Oh no, sorry, 6 on a plate, like 2, 2, 2.
Oh, a stack,
And
a
that was
little
like
Jenga
fucking-
stack.
I mean, that added like $18 on that. Because it was just honestly, it was
$18 of labour anyway.
It was
Yeah.
that the little quinella fucking Dijon that was like always Master Foods. They pretend, and then a steak, and then you had the option of the sauce. So
Yeah.
it was like, but I remember that being astronomical, like $58 or something.
Yeah.
But people are just flooding to the city. And
But that's
getting
when
it.
that area was really blooming, you know,
Yeah. And
like
everyone was
Print Hall had
actually-
just opened, Heritage had just opened,
That was
people
just
were flush
before.
with cash.
But that's how I did it as well. I was
Yeah.
at the Trustee, then went to Print Hall, then went to the Terrace, and it was all the
Yeah.
same, basically the same venue, man.
That was before the mining companies stopped banning booze.
Yeah, you know, and then COVID, no one works in the city.
Long lunches,
Yeah.
everyone used to go out and get boozed.
100%.
You know?
Friday, it was
Yeah.
like
You know,
chronic.
I'm all for
400
drinking
people,
on
dude.
my lunch break.
Yeah.
I love it.
You would just sneeze 400 people and not even realise. Yeah.
We're at the end, fellas. That's it.
Beautiful.
We've done it.
Okay.
Thanks,
Stewie, we
Stewie.
really
That was
appreciate
intense.
you coming on.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Good luck
it.
on your shirt.
Yeah,
This just looks
absolutely.
good.
Yeah, no, this is going to be cool.
There's a guy on the ceiling above us.
Yeah, that's Jezzy the Lecky.
You want to plug any of the open dates or?
Yeah, look, so we open next weekend. Next weekend is the 23rd, I think. 22nd, 23rd, 24th.
Yes.
24th open to the public. So,
24th is a Friday.
is it?
25th?
25th.
25th Saturday.
Yeah, they all just kind of merge into one these
Yeah.
days.
You can start loading up on Friday, though.
Yeah,
you can line up on
we got stuff on Friday. We got stuff on
Cocktails,
Friday.
beers, great everything.
Oh, dry
burger.
aged meat, burgers,
Yeah.
you know, the whole kit kabang. Doesn't matter who you are. Get on down.
What time you open?
We'll be trading as a cafe in the morning from 7,
Mm-hmm.
and then from 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 12 on weekends.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely coming down and checking it out. Looks
Yeah, it'd be
amazing,
good.
man.
Yeah, all right.
Best of
Cheers,
luck.
boys.
Thanks, man.